It is Saturday morning, our 9 o'clock hour here at the George R. Brown Convention Center and the 63rd Annual Autorama. And joining us now is Mr. Mars. You've been really busy today.
Oh, he's been doing a great job.
I see a little bit of sweat on your brow this morning. Exactly.
No, that's spray from the beer can he opened up.
While you're all warmed up, why don't you give us a review of the GMC Canyon?
All right. I'd be happy to do that. So this is the 2023 GMC Canyon four-wheel drive AT4 Crew Cab. Nice long name for saying that this is the midsize pickup from GMC now. They've taken the Canyon, and this is the third generation of it, so it's got a little bit of a redesign, but it's basically across all of the trim levels. There's 4 of them. It's kind of the same truck, but they kind of enhance some different pieces of it for the off-road portion, the AT4X. So it starts out with the Elevation, the AT4, which is the one I was driving, the Denali, which I have driven, and my wife wanted to keep that one, and then the AT4X, which is definitely more off-road designed of the series of it. It's 5 passengers. It's got a lot of things on the outside of it, like the LED lighting, automatic high beams, and that includes the front headlights, the fog lights, the rear tail lights. Got the corner step rear bumpers, which I really like that, and I'm not sure why it took so long for somebody to think of that.
Simplicity of design.
Exactly. And now it also had the tailgate storage that we've looked at on a couple of them, and I've about decided that that's a really good place to put tie downs and things for that, like you would use in the bed of the truck. Make them
Guns.
handy. Well, you could put a gun back there.
Rope,
rack,
duct tape,
rope,
yeah.
duct tape, yeah. Tarps,
Turn
whatever.
it into a death wagon.
Yeah, exactly. Had the spray-in bed liner to protect things back there. Had the power sliding back glass, and it was rolling on some 18-inch dark gray aluminum wheels that had 33-inch tires. Again,
I know that General Motors is just waiting to hear this review.
Sure they are. They've been dying waiting on this for weeks.
I like the truck.
I think the third generation of the Canyon's the best looking of all
agree.
of them. I think it looks great.
I parked it up against my full-size truck, and it's almost as big as my full-size truck.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's amazing. On the inside of it, you're going to find leather seating that's heated and ventilated front seats. Got a 11.3-inch diagonal screen. It also includes your surround view. Now, this is a Google-based system. And so everything runs through Google on it, which is rather different from the things that I've had to deal with before. 8.0 diagonal driver's information center that was up there, had the wireless charger. And, again, the Google base. You could get Apple CarPlay and Android to function through it, but you had to go through Google to make all that work. Then you sit there and look under the hood, and it's got a 2.7-liter turbo. Now, this little engine, I was kind of impressed with it. 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Again, we've talked about how the Littlands sometimes have to do a little extra downshifting. If you really wind this up and under a stress, shall we say, it makes lots of noise. It works really hard, but it works really well.
And that's the standard engine in the full-size Silverado.
Yes. And
the 2.7 turbo.
And even in the Canyon, when it's properly equipped, it says it'll tow 7,700 pounds.
You ragged on this car, didn't you?
Did you beat it up?
He loved it.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You floored it?
The
I did
on-ramp
extensive
acceleration
research to be able to come up with this comprehensive
Wait till
review.
you hear his fuel economy. That's always the tell.
Well, no. The EPA says in the city you should get 17, and the Highway 21
That's what
combined
that's what
is
the
19.
sticker said.
Absolutely.
What did you get?
357 miles. I got 17.5 miles.
Oh,
to the
you're
gallon.
lying.
I am not.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Edit here.
I coasted a lot towards the end of it.
Yeah,
So
pushed it down the street so the speedometer would go around, but the gas mileage wouldn't count.
And I will say, because of the off-road structuring and the ability to handle the 7,700 pounds, it's got a firm suspension to it, and it gets much more firm as you get more off-roady into it. But it's very compliant. It's very drivable. Let me put it that way.
Did you go off-road in it?
No, it did not. So the base trim price on the base model is $38,095 for the elevation of this vehicle. If you're looking at the base trim for the AT4, $43,900, $49,355 is the out-the-door MSRP. But if you look at some of the others, the Ford Ranger that starts at $29,585, the double cab Toyota Tacoma at $29,000, well, the Jeep Gladiator is really sitting up there at $39,600 for their base model crew cab vehicles to compare it with. So if you compare it to all of them, there's quite a few in there to look at nowadays in the mid-size truck.
Thank you, sir.